Okay, so when I was making my horrifying ocean animals video a couple of months back, one of the contenders was the vampire squid, and that got me thinking, are there any other animals out there named after vampire creatures? Well, the answer is yes, there are. A lot, actually. Might as well start with the one who inspired the video idea in the first place, the vampire squid. Interestingly enough, the vampire squid is neither a squid nor an octopus. It's actually so unique that it's in its own order, Vampiromorphida. Though ironically, it's actually more closely related to octopi than squids. So why did scientists name it the vampire squid? Well, it's simple.
Science is a liar sometimes.
So where did the vampire part come from? Well, it's actually simply due to the fact that its unique webbing gives it resemblance to the classic image of a cloaked vampire. The fact that they're also bioluminescent, their eyes can burn blue in the light, and they can turn themselves inside out all lend to the creepiness factor even more. The Latin name, Vampiroteuthis infernalis, literally means vampire squid from hell, which isn't really a fair title given the nature of these creatures, which are actually one of the few living cephalopods that aren't hunters but rather scavengers. They've been observed to be very docile animals too, and no, they don't drink blood.
Yeah, you like that? Oh, yeah!
Okay, this is the Dracula parrot. I never thought I'd be saying this about a bird, but even I have to admit this is the sexiest and sleekest avian I've ever seen. Now really, the only reason it's been given such a badass name is due to its gothic color scheme, which sets it apart from all other parrots. Along with that, the Dracula parrot also has another unique adaptation in regards to its featherless head, which is similar to that of vultures. The reason vultures have evolved to have such naked heads is so that the blood of the carcasses they consume doesn't get all stuck to their faces. While the Dracula parrot doesn't consume blood, it has the same adaptation due to the fact that it feeds on juicy figs and the featherless head negates the possibility of the juices matting up its feathers.
Yeah, you like that? Oh, yeah!
Next up we have the vampire crab, which in my personal opinion are some of the most beautiful animals I've ever seen. They're primarily dubbed vampires for two reasons. Firstly are their color schemes. Blood red and midnight purple colored with piercing yellow eyes just matches up so perfectly with vampires. Along with that, they're also primarily nocturnal hunters, and while they don't drink blood, they have been known to eat their own babies. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, you like that? Oh, yeah!
Our second to last vampire creature of the day is the Calaptra delicti, aka the vampire moth. Now, if it wasn't clear already, I absolutely adore moths, so combining them with one of my favorite monsters is a surefire way of ensuring my love for these things. While they primarily feed on fruit, there are populations who use their tongue to pierce the skin of vertebrates to suck their blood. And yes, this includes humans. The moths have been documented to act similarly to the ever-hated mosquito, though in this case, they pose no threat to humans as they don't carry disease. Proving that once again, moths are the best bug.
Yeah, you like that? Oh, yeah!
Finally on our list, we return to the skies, as the Dracula parrot isn't the only vampire of prey on this list. Throughout the Galapagos Islands, there lives several subspecies of finches. But the one we're talking about today is the vampire groundfinch. These incredibly unique raptors nourish themselves on blood during times in which other food sources are scarce. They've been observed to peck at the skin of other birds, primarily the Nazca and the, oh no, the blue-footed booby! Don't touch my boobies! As I was saying, they peck at these other birds until they draw blood and proceed to consume it until they're fully hydrated. While scientists aren't exactly sure why these other birds seemingly just allow the vampire finches to do this, it is speculated that just like vampires in mythological lore, these finches have the power to hypnotize their victims and no, I'm just kidding. It's actually theorized that the birds believe the finches are cleaning them of parasites, as they have a past behavior in doing so, thus leaving them blissfully unaware that they're the ones the finch is actually feeding upon. Interestingly, just like the vampire bats, vampire groundfinches possess the bacteria I don't know!
Making him and everyone else on Earth look like a bitch again.
They give these things such confusing names. Why? Stupid science bitches.
Stupid science bitch!
Peptostreptococci.
Just like vampire bats, they have the same kind of bacteria in their guts, just further adding to their uniqueness amongst other avians. By far, the vampire groundfinch is the most vampiric of all the animals discussed today. So yeah, those are just a few of the surprisingly many animals that have been named after vampires. It's interesting how most of these really don't have a good biological reason for being dubbed this way, while other species like lamprey, mosquito, and leeches are not. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a big brain science person. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to end this video. Honestly, I'm not even sure why I made it. It's kind of boring. I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Well,